Hi guys! Today we're going to talk about the middle part of your realistic fiction story. So these are the pages that you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need this page right here. It says Writing, Drafting the Middle of Your Realistic Fiction, Day 53. You're also going to need this page. This page is the beginning of your story. This is your introduction. And you're going to need this page, which is your brainstorming page, just so that it reminds you of the problem. All right, let's get started. So the middle part of realistic fiction really is this right here. The middle part of any story, especially realistic fiction, is where it tells you what happens. It tells you some more events. It has some dialogue, it has feelings, and it tells you the problem. We don't tell the problem in the introduction because then that would be a very short story. But we tell the problem in the middle of the story after we get to know the characters and we understand the setting. So when you're going today to write the middle of your realistic fiction story, you do need to think about some things. The first thing that you have to think about is, what did you write before? Well, I know I already wrote about my characters, right? I already wrote about my characters. I already wrote about the setting. So I already introduced these characters and setting. I know who they are and where the story is going to happen. The next step is very easy. We need to figure out the problem. First, we have to reread our introduction. One sunny summer day, Lita and Andrew woke up. They decided to go to their backyard with their cat, Galaxy. Lita opened the door. "Be careful with Galaxy," shouted Andrew. So I know who the characters are, I know what the setting is, and I have some dialogue. I didn't tell what the problem is yet, but using the information that's here, I could probably figure out what's going to happen. So now I know that my problem that I decided on is that Galaxy always runs away when Lita and Andrew take him to the backyard. All right, now I'm going to write about that problem. So this is what I wrote on this page. "Be careful," asked Lita. Why? Like, she wasn't sure why. Andrew ran toward the door. Lita and Andrew could not see Galaxy. You see, there's the problem. Let's keep going. Andrew exclaimed, "Galaxy ran away." Lita began to cry. "Don't cry, let's go look for Galaxy now," said Andrew to Lita. Lita nodded her head and followed Andrew to the backyard to look for Galaxy. "Galaxy, Galaxy, where are you?" shouted Lita and Andrew. So did I do this correctly? Let's see. It says I'm supposed to tell something that happens that is not the problem. So let's see. Did I do that? "Be careful." "Why?" asked Lita. Andrew ran toward the door. Lita and Andrew could not see Galaxy. Did I tell you something that was not the problem first? I did. It's not a big thing, but Lita was talking, she said something, right? So I was able to do that. I also had Lita use dialogue and I added details. All right, so step 3 is right here. It says, tell the problem. Okay, so now I can actually go ahead and tell the problem in my story. Did I do that? Let's keep reading. Andrew exclaimed, "Galaxy ran away." Did I tell the problem? I did. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to give myself a check mark there because I told the problem. And then part 4 says, include the characters' feelings. How are they feeling? That's what makes a good story. So did I do that? Lita began to cry. My story doesn't say that she's sad, but when you cry, it's usually because you're sad. So I think I'm going to say yes, I did include the characters' feelings. To give myself a check mark there because I included the characters' feelings. So a good middle of your story has these 4 parts. It tells something that happens that is not the problem. It also includes dialogue and details. That means that characters are talking to each other. And it tells me more than just, he went to the door. maybe you can use adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives tell me more about noun. So maybe you could say something like, Andrew went to the white door and opened it fast. That would be details. I also included the third part, which is the problem. The problem is what happened wrong in the story. What do we have to fix? And then I included the fourth part, which is include the character's feelings. How do they feel about the problem? If it's a problem, your characters usually are not going to feel happy about it. And the way I wrote mine doesn't say Lita is sad. It doesn't say that, but we know that Lita is sad because she began to cry. So when you're writing, I want you to think about that. What can I do to show how a character feels instead of telling how a character feels? In my story, I showed you that she feels sad because I said Lita began to cry. I didn't tell you Lita is sad, right? If I wanted to be more detailed, I could go back, and after I have here where it says Lita began to cry, I could say she sobbed loudly as tears ran down her cheeks. Right? I could say that. And that's actually showing me how Lita feels instead of telling me how Lita feels. All right? So you're going to go ahead and you're going to write the middle of your story today. When you do so, please remember that you need to include these 4 things. Tell something that happens that is not the problem. Include dialogue and details. Tell the problem. And include the character's feelings. Those are the 4 things you need to do today. Remember, when you're including the character's feelings, remember to show, not tell. So if I read your story and it says, Andrew is sad, I'm going to tell you, go back and show, don't tell. All right, guys, it's your turn. Bye.